Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, smash that like button, give this video a thumbs up. If you're watching this race after the fact, leave a comment, let us know what you think. All that kind of good stuff. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend. We're just warming up. We're going to do some ZRacing, as is tradition. It's Monday. It's Makuri May. It's turf and surf, which is probably not a sprinter course. It does have the 2 climbs in it, which makes it challenging, to say the least. But at the end of the day, what can I say? We'll give it our best shot. We'll give it our best shot. That's what we're all about today. Just gonna change some stuff. I gotta alter some things from the stream. For those of you who joined me on the stream for the weekend, thank you so much for joining us for the St. Jude fundraiser. Appreciate that. We managed to, for all the riders involved, I think our grand total came to just under $15,000, which is a huge amount. And all thanks to you guys. You made it possible, so thank you for that. It was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people streaming out throughout the weekend had a lot of fun, and just a good time and whole. After that, I jumped on the bike. We did a nice, after the 2-hour stream, we did a nice 70K loop of the city. So it was a good long ride day for me at the end of the day. So like I said, we're doing turf and surf. I think it is just me in the pen today because they've swapped the ranges again. So good for me, bad for Darren and Miguel and Peter, where I would have just been pumped into the bottom of the thing that they're in. They're now kind of mid-tier of a higher tier. So it's interesting. I don't know. It's been flip-flopping the last little bit. So I don't know what that's all about. But at the end of the day, that's what we got. And it's okay. It's okay. I did an impromptu stream on Thursday because of weather, and it looks like it might be a weather week this week again. So we might have some odd streams here and there. But we did the Rhino Series crits, which was a ton of fun, especially when you get a podium. And if you look at Zwift Power, you get the win. So that streak is unofficially over. I do want to just take the win purely in everybody in the race versus, you know, sort of a Zwift Power after the fact. So we'll see, right? I've been trying to figure out the flip-flop too. Yeah, James, it's weird. Like, I mean, I just stream at this time every week, so for me it doesn't really matter, you know, other than maybe I decide to race up a cat and you know, have some fun and get destroyed, or you know, get destroyed at my own level, I guess. Hey Miguel, how's it going? Yeah, it should be an interesting race today. It's not my favorite course. That the 2 climbs are really draggy. I'm going to go with the Pinarello with 7/8. I mean, the truth of the matter is that the best bike for this course is going to be the SL8. However, when you start factoring in all these upgrades, and that the Pinarello that I'm on is one level off being fully leveled, it will be a faster bike in the end. So it doesn't change in an hour, it's the same cat again. Really? What? Oh, they're really messing with it. I have a feeling that when they start doing these flip-flops with categories, they're trying to extrapolate probably data to see sort of how you perform between the different things and where your placing is, and you know, they're just trying to extrapolate how to make the field fairer. I would hope that it's not just some random thing, but you never know at the end of the day. It's going to be interesting. My back's a little sore. Like I said, I went hard the last 2 days, so anybody that follows me on Strava will see that I did set some power PRs in the last couple days. So we've been riding pretty hard, including my sprint power, which went up, which is good. It was a nice punchy sprint. I want to say mid-ride, so when we decided to go, so it's good. Good luck to the 51st State. Hey George, how's it going? Well, I guess it depends who you ask here. Like, I don't think Canada's on board with that. The province that I live in, which is definitely a different place. It's more akin to Texas than anywhere else. Might be on board with that. I mean, there's huge separation talks here, so I don't know, man. I'm just a guy that likes to ride bikes, and when it comes down to brass tacks, I'm a relocated immigrant, so I don't know how much my opinion matters anyways. I guess, you know, worst case scenario for me is, you know, if things get really bad here, I guess I just go home. You know, but it's wild here. It's wild. Like, the people in my province, like, forget politics in the States. Like, politics where I am too is absolutely, completely bonkers. PM will never let it happen. I don't think so. I mean, I think he was elected on kind of that promise. But who knows? The world's a funny place. I only tend to worry about what I can control, which is not a lot, to be realistic. You know, it's we'll just keep on pedaling and try to win those races. We'll try to win a race, flat out, not on Zwift power, but straight in the game. Yeah, it's I love the internet. It allows me to do things like this. I have more fun doing this than anything else, but sometimes I think the internet just, it's as much as it's a great tool, it's a terrible tool. "39 minutes today, but I guess whatever the group does will somewhat determine that. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna pace myself with the group. I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Hey Rob, how's it going? I just plan on sitting in the climb. We'll see with the last climb. Like, that last climb will probably do me in. Scotty Do, what camera setup program do you use to get such a clean picture? I'm just using OBS, man, and It is the Elgato webcam, the original one. Not even the Mark II or whatever it is. That's all it is. So that's what's getting me the picture. You see, and Gordon's got, it looks like some good competition is signed up. So that means it's going to be a hurtful day for me. The thing is that climb is way too close to the end. And if I survive the climb with the group, I don't know how much punch I'm going to have at the end. So, yeah, I'm in front of a green screen, 100%. 100%. Oh, you always jump from time to time. Shh, quiet. I'm unpredictable. And it's because, I don't know, it's like attention deficit disorder or something like that. Or just like, I get bored and I just want to wreak havoc. I don't know, it's a bad habit. It gets me in more trouble than it does good, ever. I guess if anything, it's entertaining for people. Like, I mean, I'm sure that's why Miguel and Peter and Easy, they love to ride with me, because all of a sudden I will do something stupid. But yeah, the plan right now, the plan in my head is take it easy, go slow, follow everybody, don't do anything stupid. Now, we all have those little internal conversations in our head, especially as we're riding and as we start to suffer. It's like, what can I do to make this either A, more entertaining, or B, worse for myself? And sometimes it's like, it's a bad idea, but I still want to do it. We'll see. We will see at the end of the day. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. It should be good, though. Like I said, I mean, if you're racing these races, the bike you want to be on is, if it's not upgraded, you definitely want to be on the SL8. At the end of the day, that's the bike you want to be riding. It's the better climbing bike. That's what's needed. If you're upgraded, that conversation may change. There's always a plan. There's always a plan. Who says it's a good plan? It's just some wild plan. Sometimes they just come out of the blue. Attack out of the gate, 1 minute max power. Peter, or I was going to say, if Peter's here, he can attest to it, but Miguel can attest to it too. That New York, that's what happened. It's just like, I decided I was going to go gangbusters out the gate, and everybody's like, what the hell is going on? Because sometimes, like I said, that's how it goes. People are trying to place bets already, and I am go to the dashboard. Go there. There we go. Betting is now open. Let's just join the event since we came to a early pause. So your bet wasn't secured there, Miguel. On podium. Wow. Wow. You know, you can burn money. That's just as effective as that bet. Oh, I forgot to do. I forgot to check into making the points donuts to see if I could do that without me without really kind of messing things up. I had to, in doing this stuff for the charity event. I now have another rogue bot that I can't switch off. I've turned it off, but it's still on. But thankfully, it seems to not be affecting the YouTube side of things. But I can't say that Yeah, the same thing for over on Twitch. My tech lack of savvy is definitely shown through for the last day. It was crazy. I was going over the stream and I was just trying to like, how did I mess this up? Because the alerts were messed up and all that kind of stuff, and there was no audio, and then there was audio, and then there was no audio again, and then it was I don't know. There we go. We got top 10. At the moment, with 12 people, that might be a safer bet, unless I really aim for being the king of Mooback, which is a possibility too. That's happened as well. We will see. We will see. We will see. I'm just going to stretch my back here because I do feel it. It's been one of those days. So if Lee isn't here, it's unfortunate. He is missing me talking off screen with the lacrosse ball. Oh, good old lacrosse ball. See if that helps out a little bit. But you see, you can't change it once the bet is in. That's just the thing. The bot locks you in there. The bot is an unforgiving bookie, and he's not very flexible. And yeah, people have tried, and they have failed. But we will see. We'll see how many people come in here. Like I said, it's been a popular spot. I do have to say I like this pose with the concept bike. The kind of swaggery kind of pose that you have when you stop pedaling. I think that's kind of cool, but it is so hard to upgrade that bike now. But I think, honestly, it might be a killer on the flat courses. I think we were discussing it, and what was being said is that the upgraded Tron bike is almost as good as a TT bike, a non-upgraded TT bike, entry-level one, once it's fully upgraded, which is wild when you think about it. I mean, eventually the guys that race on the ongoing times, you know, with all the upgrades, it's going to be a neutralized factor. But, I mean, in a way, it's kind of wild for people that are just starting out. It could be a lot to overcome, I think, some of these time differences. Zwift Insider just released kind of their top bikes for road today. They kind of broke stuff down and had some new time tests because they've released some new bikes. They released the Cannondale Lab 71 and they released a live bike as well. Top spot goes still to the SL8. I think the Pinarello is third or fourth now. So it's kind of wild. Good luck. Group ride canceled due to rain. I'll be watching from the seats in the gym. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, it's raining here too. I actually made my availability for things like ladder races a bit this week because it looks like it's going to be miserable. I'm glad I did the riding. Like I did a lot of riding the last 2 days, but it's good in a sense too because we need the moisture. It can get super dry here. But have a good workout, Jeff. Yeah, the new Cannondale took second spot, which, again, like SL8, if you've got it, that's the thing to do. It'll be, I think, my plan moving forward. I'm going to race with this bike for the time being. I'm going to do, if I'm stuck indoors, I'm going to work out on the Specialized just to get well, I might just top this up first, but I'll start working on the Specialized on the workouts, especially if this one's fully unlocked, because then there's no point in riding it. But then we'll start doing that, and then I'll just swap frames depending on course features. SL8 has that slight advantage in the climb, but this has a slight advantage in the flats. So, hey Lee, how's it going? And then somehow, somewhere, I will start working on the Tron, because that'll give me, once the Specialized is fully unlocked, that'll be 3 fully upgraded bikes that I have in the pen. And then I'll start working on the Trons, which will take a while because you got to unlock all those Zwift bikes first, and or I'll try to unlock one of those concept bikes. Something to do at the end of the day. What do we got? 20 people? Like I said, it looks like we got no friends in the pen. Miguel's doing ladder race. Darren, I think, is 450 up. Depending on how we do here, I imagine we'll get moved again. I think Peter and Miguel got a major boost in score because they did awesome in tiny races this weekend, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. Let's just keep it low and slow. Let's go out, do 100 watts, roll around the course, and then we'll leave it to last 500 meters. That's what I want. Exert your will on the world. Oh, my back. I'm not used to the SL8 again. That, and today was heavy bench press, so. Could be that too. We'll see once we get warmed up here. And for those of you on Twitch, no, this is not a fundraiser thing. This is actually a race. I just forgot to change the title. My apologies. .24 in the pen, lots of Trons. I got the Specialized, that's the bike probably should be riding, lots of Trons. Between that and the SL8, I don't see much. Not for me. The obvious thing to do is like just try to survive. Those 2 climbs people will push. Not 450, not today. JD, next week I'll be there with you. We will see. We'll see how we do. Yeah, the dirt climb and the pain cave is where everything's going to be decided. I don't know if Lee bet at all. I didn't see Lee's bet go in. There's 2 climbs, Lee. 2. And yeah, this is not a course for the JDs of the world. Ethan's in here. Trans in here. Anvil. Yeah, it's pretty flat for this first bit. Lots of disc wheels. I don't think I picked disc for this. Hey, Nike. Thanks for the raid, man. Thanks, Caser Tune. Ugh. There's absolutely no point pushing off the front here unless you're working for somebody. Thanks, Lee. Hey, Basalt. We're doing all right. Doing all right until we have to climb. It doesn't help at all, Mike.
Dragons!
We're just trying to reserve as much as we can. Hey, Basalt. Yeah, it's funny. It's a completely different chat between the two. Da, da, da. There's no point in jumping. You're just wasting watts. I would get tracked down. It's like these guys up ahead. They got 3 seconds, but they're just dangling out there. Like I'm saving 270 watts just soft pedaling in the group here. Saving the Anvil. I mean, there was no point in using it anywhere on the downhill. We're quite comfortable there. We'll release it just before the banner. And then see what our second one drums up. It makes you as big as JD, that's what it does. Thanks for the ride on, Thuners. That would be steamroller, Mike. Has that benefit. Makes those surfaces smoother.
Ale, 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 ale.
I am the Anvil. That's the plan.
Ale, 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 ale. Ale, 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 ale.
Dragons!
Oh. Oh, damn. We'll take it though. I did not expect a podium there. Whew. Did not expect to be that high up. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Marcus. Oh, thanks, Miguel, Peter. Oh, I take it back about bad bet being podium. Made a liar of myself. Oh. There we go. Oh. Thanks, Marcus. Thanks, Steph. Have a good sleep, man. Ooh, well, that's 2 podiums and 2 races, so nicely done, Mike. Ah, you pick them better than me, because honestly, I was feeling top 20, to be honest. So, power's okay. It is okay. I don't like that sprint. It's too close to that after kind of struggling up that climb. So, it just kind of takes the kick out of me for sure at the end of the day. Let's see where everybody else finished. Tran just finished ahead of me. He just pulled ahead. I had nothing left in the tank. I thought for sure I was gonna not even podium there. I thought it was going to be like 7th, 8th maybe at the end of the day. Oh, we got people still on course. I don't see Ethan yet. Ethan was up there. So, unless I missed his name. Oh. Socks, like what kind of socks? Like, do you want like comfortable socks? Or, is it you want stuff that works well, better for cycling? Like, I have a pair of Fall Raven merino wool socks. When I was on Specialized there, they made them. I love those socks, man. Like, I wish I had about 10 pairs. I only have one. They're a bit pricey though. Other socks, like if you want good Aero socks, or socks that are relatively inexpensive for Aero, I've been using the Silka socks, and they seem to work great. So who knows? You're making it hard for me to stay in zone 1 tonight. Well, isn't that the whole point of racing? Is that it's not easy? Oh. And I wear, it's called Endure socks. It used to be, or is that the old name, Endure? Anyways, if you search Endure, you'll find socks. They changed their name because of legal stuff, but they're pretty good too. But don't buy them full price. They're always on sale, and you can find codes. And they retail for about 25 bucks Canadian. Don't pay more than 12 or 15. Like, you can get them on that. 15 seconds faster than me and 0.7 watts per kilogram less. You must be doing something wrong. Great job. I say it all the time, Mike. I am the laziest racer on the planet. If I don't have to work, I'm not going to work. I'm just going to sit in the draft and take it all day long, unless you make me work. And that's always the thing. And that's the thing of being a bigger rider, is like you put down more watts, so on the flat, you're pushing everybody lighter, harder. And then when it gets to the climb, then you murder us because we have to do such ridiculous watts we can't hold on. Oh, you're on the rise overall or just maintaining? No, I dropped down. There was a weird drop in my score after these two. Like my last two races, I'll pop up. Like I popped up a division into this one, and I'll probably pop up again really quick. I'm only racing usually once a week, so it's not like I'm going up. I'm riding outside and big endurance rides outside and training outside. So I always come in kind of like peak fitness in September, October, and then I kind of dip, and then I do it again. You know, my goal is always to kind of maintain it through the winter as best I can. So, but I don't ride anywhere near as much in the winter as I do during the summer months, and that's why. Just comfortable ones, really. My fat frame doesn't need Aero yet. Merino wool, anything merino wool, cycling socks, go for that. Breeze, it's warmer. Like I said, Fall Raven tends to be a bit pricey, but they're just merino wool socks. I think Endure makes merino wool socks too. Mesh 8 makes them as well. Comfort first. I think they're still called Endure over here in the UK. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's, they had to change their name because some big company, I can't remember their name. It's still on that screen? No, I took them off. They used to be a sponsor. It's horrible. My brain just, race brain. I saw you in, yeah. It's, racing's being about as lazy as you can be until you can't be lazy anymore. It's being as lazy as you can and making everybody around you work as hard as possible. That's racing in a nutshell. Got my first endurance ride a couple weeks. Any tips for a long day out? Hydration, lots of hydration. Bring a couple bottles. On top of that, things like nun tabs or hydration tabs, throw a couple in your pocket, whatever. That way if you go somewhere, all you have to do is buy water, and then you throw them in there, you get your electrolytes replenished. Saves you a bit of money, and it's probably better for you. You know, if you're out and you have stops where you can stop, can of Coke's always good to kind of get that sugar up. Bring plenty of fuel. Eat along the way, like try to eat every hour. Hey, thanks for the sub there, Alex. And just try to keep going, and you know, try to eat a little bit as you go along. Don't wait for all of a sudden yourself to feel hungry, because if you're hungry and you start eating, it's probably too late at that point. So just fuel along the ride. You know, you don't have to eat massive amounts of stuff, like take a gel, eat a quarter bar, you know, throw it back in your pocket, eat another, you know, few bites 20 minutes later, make sure you're drinking lots, and just pace yourself. And go with friends, because ultimately when you're out there, you're going to want to have people around you just in case something goes wrong. It's always better to ride with somebody. It makes it go easier. You can pace yourself. You can help each other out. Sometimes if you go too hard, you can, you know, tuck in, and people are nice enough to drag you around when you're really, really kind of struggling and all that kind of stuff. And you got somebody to cheer you on and motivate you as well. And a lot of times if you're chit-chatting and riding, you don't even realize how far you're actually going. So there you go. Maybe a different company then. Yeah, it's, I can't even really show you. It's a U with 2 dots on the top. I got to look it up now, because now I feel silly. I don't know. It is, they're out of way now. There used to be Endure, and it is Canada's favorite sock brand. They make everything from compression socks. They have merino wool stuff. Again, they don't, like, they're pricey, but they have sales all the time. Like, here we go. Sales, yeah, normally 22, and they're like 14 bucks. They're pretty loud as far as socks go, but I mean, I wear black kits, so there you go. It's, it just has to go. I've been doing a lot in Zwift, so hopefully it will work out. this is what I'll say, Alex. Being on the trainer, I find it personally, for me, and not everybody maybe feels this way, but I find miles on the trainer a lot harder than it is in the real world. I think it's because you're stationary. I think it's because, you know, your backside gets sore, that you're not getting a lot of movement. I find my sprint is nowhere near as powerful on the trainer, mainly because I'm scared I'm going to break something, I think, because I can hear it creaking when I am sprinting. But everybody's different. And, you know, if you don't ride outside a lot, you know, a limiting factor might be your bike handling skills to start and how comfortable you are at speed and in a group and all those kind of things as well. But you get used to those things pretty fast anyways. Indoors, like I said, my fitness, when I'm outdoors, it'll ramp up. I have no problem going out for 100 kilometers today, do it again tomorrow, you know, do it 3 times a week. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. And I enjoy it. I just get out there and I go, and it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes when I push too hard, and it does happen, you know, I'll crash hard and I'll have a miserable 50 kilometers back home, and, you know, I'll have to take a day or 2 off the bike because I've just murdered myself for so long. But like I said, I can do that, but I can't do subsequent 100-kilometer rides on the trainer all the time. It's just brutal. It's just absolutely brutal. So if you ride a lot on the trainer, you'll find it different outside, and the pacing's different. Like on a trainer, you're like constant. Like I said, I'm a lazy rider, and that goes for outside too. If I could sit in the draft and not pedal and coast and still go fast, I'm going to do it all day long. In fact, if you look at my Saturday ride, there were sections there that we were going probably 30 plus kilometers an hour, and I was doing 0 watts for a long time and it wasn't even a downhill. It's just, that's how it is. You're just sitting in there, you do a few pedal strokes, and you just get kind of sucked along in the group, and it's beautiful. That doesn't happen on the trainer, but if you're strong on the trainer, chances are you're going to be stronger outside because you're not going to have to work as hard and getting those rests that you probably don't get on the trainer. Like I said, you know, you can do an hour on the trainer, work out really hard, and that translates to a lot bigger ride than you would have to do. You'd have to do outside to make the equivalent. Stage 3 will be suited for us, JD, 80 plus kilo. I'm looking forward to a flat stage. Again, I'm just going to be lazy. I'm just going to sit there. I'm not going to do any work. I'll wait for the sprint, and hopefully I just time it a little better than I have the last couple. This one, it was just a little too far. And those of you who watched the crit, I just kind of mistimed it a little bit. So, but it was still a ton of fun. For those of you who don't know, I did the Rhino Racing crits on Thursday. Gordon, who was in the chat earlier, I don't know if he's still here. The Rhino guys put that on. It's a fantastic race. Find Zwifting easier because I'm not really pushed about the wind. 64 kilograms. Yeah, no, I get that too. Here it's super windy. A lot of times we're riding into headwinds. You're just down in the bars, your head down, and you're going as aero as fast as you can. And you're right, it's not fun. But if you get a tailwind and you're a big guy and you're getting pushed by the wind and you can lay down some power, it is a hell of a fun, fast day. And that's the days that we like to go chasing some of the sprint segments that we have around, going after that. But yeah, you know, it's like 64 kilograms, you know, hills for you, not so bad. For me, it's a bit of a work. Heck of a job today, though. Thanks, man. It's honest to God, I didn't expect that. I know this course, and I know the pain cave, and it puts me usually in a really bad place. I was glad to just come out there with the group. Having a good bike helps as well. It doesn't hurt. Like I said, I've my 2 main bikes, the Cervelo that I'm on here, which is my gravel bike. It's a good bike. I can throw road tires. I have a set of 303s that I'll throw on here with thicker road stuff, and I'll use it for crit stuff, or I'll use it for cyclocross. Fast bike, the SL8, faster still, and you can feel a difference between the two bikes. Like the Cervelo is no slouch, but just because of how much more relaxed it is and how much more race the SL8 is, it is a thing. And the SL8 just responds so much faster to power, to the pedals. It just goes. It just really goes, and it just wants to go fast. That bike likes speed. It just likes going fast, and it climbs fairly well as well. So it's a good all-around bike. It's probably why I somewhat suspect that there's probably some Zwift sponsor magic that happens to get the best bike in the game, because if you think about it, marketing is if your bike is the best bike in the game, like I always talk about the Specialized SL8, I talk about the Pinarello Dogma, those are the two bikes that I ride. But if you think about it, with all the guys that do Zwifting and all that kind of stuff, if your bike is the best bike in the game, if you're new to biking, or even if you're in biking and you know that, and you go to a bike shop, what's going to be at the top of your mind? It's just good marketing. So I think there might be a little sponsorship dust sprinkled on that, but who knows? Zwift said they went to the air tunnels, and that's what the results. I'm all for it because I'm on an SL8, but as you all know, I was with Specialized before, so I mean, that's why I was on it. That's why I'm on it, and I'll remain on it until I get a new ride with somebody else, is kind of the thing. You run quite a bit of a saddle to bar drop. I don't, because I'm old, Rob. It's I put comfort above kind of the drop now. I don't. I'm my back, like I said, coming onto this ride, and I'm on the Spiro. It's I could feel it. I can feel my back from riding that bike on the weekends. So it's definitely a young man's game. Oh, you can pull me along. I don't mind. I will. Hey, Colin. Nice racing today, man. I got to say, man, I know you were hurting, and I know that you were definitely feeling it, but you did an awesome job, my dude, kicking in and staying in there and fighting right till the end. You did an awesome job, man. That was impressive. I know you were hurting at the end, but man, you put in quite the effort there. My SL8 is truly making me feel like a better rider than I am. My next race, I'm going to try a non-upgraded bike to see if I struggle more than with my SL8. Like I said, I think it's going to neutralize things in the end. The guys that race all the time are going to have fully upgraded bikes. That's just the end all and be all. By the sounds of things, it makes, from what I was reading in Zwift Insider, it's like, in some cases, like an 85, 90-second difference over like a base bike, which is huge with no real effort. So it's, you gotta upgrade that bike. And like I said, with me, it's like I'm on the Pinarello now because that's what I had when they started this thing. Once this is upgraded, the SL8, my KDX Tri for TTT is fully upgraded. So at the end of the day, it's like upgrade what you have, get it to the max, and use it. Even at the lower levels, because some of those ones will get you XP and stuff like that. Just keep on working on stuff, and then what I'm going to do is how I'm going to upgrade the SL8 is not necessarily in races, because it won't necessarily have the advantage that the Pinarello will at this time, being level 5, but I'll use it for my training rides and upgrade it through the mileage there. So there you go. Appreciate that. Just woke up from a nap. A well-deserved nap. Should get off the Aero road in game sometime soon. Upgrade what you have, man. Upgrade what you have. Drum toe, great job. Can't wait to do this race. I need to race in your time zone. Hey, it's always open, man. Come race. We have lots of people come in and race. It's a ton of fun. It's always good to have people in that you know. I guess for us amateurs, it's more comfort. Comfort's everything, man. Like I said, if I were to not have a bike and buy a bike today, and you got to remember, I've got the SL8 and I've got the Cervelo Spiro, which is a gravel bike. And if I had to choose one, and I hate saying this because I love that bike. I love the bike. It's a fantastic bike. You know, I'm on it whenever I can be. It's my baby. I love it to death, but I would buy the Cervelo first over the SL8. The only reason being is that I can swap out the wheels. It's got a lot wider base. I can put in a wider tire. For example, the ride I did on Saturday, we ended up doing some gravel. If I did that on the SL8, I would have been punctured about 10 kilometers in. So it's just all that kind of stuff. I would totally want to upgrade my BMX. That's a good thing too. I mean, you know, in all seriousness, with the BMX, we should at some point, just for fun, see how many people we can get with that BMX bike, get a Crit City group ride kind of going, set it up, and just do a hell track race where we're all on BMXs. And we'll call it Rad Race or Rad Hell Track or whatever the case may be, and then we'll have it. And maybe like, maybe like Mike's suggesting, maybe we'll even do it and have it so it's a fun thing in group where we all have a GC where we all ride BMX, and we'll have a GC BMX, or maybe we'll even have like little teams like they do in BMX, you know, Team Haro or whatever you want to call it, and just have a good time. Oh, oh my God, Miguel, that is so nasty. Such a nasty thing. Oh, a crit is fine too. Yeah, I was loud breathing, trying to see if I want to watch the rest of the race. I don't know. I really don't know. I just tune out. It's always got to be the heavy breathing. Yeah, I'm going to do radio tower now anyways, Colin. I might as well. I'm already on the bike, so I'm just going to go do radio tower. Or the full PRL, apparently. That's what everybody's going to do. I'm in game for BMX Crit. Well, maybe we'll talk about that in the Discord. If you haven't done so, the bot's just throwing it in there. Join us in the Discord. We will maybe do a BMX race coming up. Have a rainy day BMX race when we're all inside. And there we go. Colin there. Peak top head content. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. Well, appreciate it. Like I said, I got to take a look for the other finishers here. Did I not see Ethan in this race? Did Ethan get dropped out of the, was that who I passed at the end that dropped out? Was Ethan going to win? What happened to Ethan? I know I saw Ethan Keys there. Ethan, what happened, buddy? You were up front the entire race. You got to put on the heavy breathing on the speakers on full volume, other people around. Like I said, my wife, no word of a lie, because a lot of times I'm at work and you guys are racing during the day, so I can't really watch and I can't get on. Although I will say, what's up? Let me just check the chat, because he'll never get this far of me yammering on, because he has to hear me yammer at work. Okay, doesn't look like he's in here. Okay, so at work I have found another workaround. For those of you who've been racing through the day, may have seen me popped on momentarily. I have a little back door where I can sneak out momentarily, get in a few comments, but I have to get back out before they figure out what I'm doing. So I just had to make sure somebody wasn't here. For those of you who are in the know who I am talking about. It looks like he DNF. I wonder if he's the guy that dropped. I wonder if he dropped. So there you go. Is it worth breaking away from the main pack on this? No. No. If you're gonna make something happen in this race, you have to do it on the climbs. And if you're going to do it on the last climb, you got to make it sure it's big enough that nobody's going to drag you back in and overrun you in the sprints. So there you go, 36:42 for you, Colin. I'm going to start seeing comments after the race. Maybe his computer froze like PRL did. Yeah, I know, and that's horrible. I don't care what race it is. If you freeze after putting in that effort, it is never a fun time at the end of the day. It's always disappointing. Always disappointing. But anyways, guys, that is it for me. If you haven't done so already, please smash that like button. It helps out the video so much. Helps people discover this content. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Again, helps us out. Throw us a thumbs up and check out our weekly videos. I think we're doing the Silka Matone pack this week, which is just behind me here. We've just got a new one because I wrecked the small one, so now I've got the big one. And we're doing that. But we will check you out if you have races. If you got videos you're releasing this week, by all means, share them in the Discord. That way I can come watch, see them, cheer you on, leave some comments and all that kind of good stuff. So you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks for coming in. We'll catch you all later. See ya.